What's up, guys? It's Mitch with SC Weather coming at you with another update. I wanted to give y'all another update on the tropics because things are really starting to pick up. It looks like Invest 98L now has a 70% chance to develop in the 5-day range, and then we're still watching 97L, which still has a 50% chance to develop. Might have said that wrong, but so the one in orange you're seeing has a chance to get into the Gulf and maybe develop. But the one that I'm really paying attention to is the one that's 98L, the one in red. And here's why. This is the Canadian model. Doesn't hold much value in the whole grand scheme of things, but I want to show you all these models. Now you see here, you check it out here. This is Friday. You see the storm all the way into the far right? That is 98L. That is one that we need to watch. The one right there kind of in the middle of your screen where it says 1006, that is 97L. That's one we need to watch to see if it's going to go into the Gulf. The one on the right, we need to watch for the East Coast. See that high just north of it, really flexing there. It's going to keep it more south and keep it from recurving that far out. So we're getting into Saturday. I tell you what, this weekend is going to be a major weekend to watch the tropics. Getting into Sunday. Now look at 98L. That's a full-fledged hurricane at that point. Will it be Laura or will it be Marco? What determines that is if that system in the Gulf right there develops. If that develops first, that'll be Laura. If it doesn't, it's vice versa. We're fighting with two names here, Laura and Marco. Which one would be which? So the Canadian has what would be either Marco or Laura. 98L right now, plowing into, this is next Wednesday, plowing to the Gulf states, the western panhandle of Florida as just a high-end hurricane. It's worst case scenario for them guys for sure, to be right around where Michael hit. But this is just one model. It's not a very reliable tropical model at all. It's not really a reliable model in general. But this, if this was to happen, it would bring a lot of effects to South Carolina. It would have that similar effect Michael did. This is the latest GFS from 12Z today. The storm off to the far right is 98L. The little kind of the green you see south of Cuba is actually 97L. But GFS doesn't really have it much of a storm, but you see it pops a low right there, so it starts to develop, kind of comes to its own. But check out 98L, Invest 98L over there to the right. And guys, this is for Saturday, this coming Saturday. This is for Sunday. It looks like 98L takes more of that southerly route, the south, goes south of the Caribbean, Big Islands. And if you look at 97L, which is the one that says 1004, it kind of tracks into the Gulf, and maybe it develops and maybe brings the Gulf states. Not sure if it's a named storm at that point, but it might bring the Gulf states, maybe a low-end tropical storm or just depression. But we kind of have to watch that. But it doesn't have as many people's attention as 98L. Now check it out. GFS has 98L just plowing into the south end of Texas. It doesn't have it going into any kind of parts of Florida or anything. South end, almost exactly where Hurricane Hannah hit, almost exactly where it hit. So that's another scenario for 98L. I'm telling you, this one, 98L is going to be a storm that is going to be Laura or Marco. I have a feeling it might be Laura. But check it out. This is the Icon. Again, not a super reliable model, but I'm mainly looking at this not for the strength, but for where it's taking it. Now you check it out. It does have 97L kind of at the tail end of Cuba over there. And once again, one thing with the models with 97L, they have them, almost all of them, taking them to the Gulf and having a chance to develop. I don't know how much of a chance, because it just doesn't. It's not organized. It's very disorganized right now. But it's going to get into the Gulf of Mexico. It might kind of find its own. But check out to the right. Check out this monster hurricane, which would probably be Hurricane Laura, I'm really thinking. Look at this thing. It is plowing and heading straight to the Bahamas. This is for next Monday. And it only goes out to about 180 hours, so it's probably about to stop here in a second. But this is a high-end hurricane. Unfortunately, if this model was to come true, heading straight to Florida. So, but the big model run, if y'all made it into this deep into this video, and this is from weathermodels.com, this is where I get some of my information from, is the European. The European model doesn't want to have much to do with that 97L. This is for next Friday. It just kind of has it sputtering about. It's kind of just an area of storms and moisture. But check it out. It definitely has what would be 98L really getting its act together at the end of the week as it approaches the northern end of the Lesser Antilles. And it really starts to kind of develop here. And this is a worrisome thing right here, because the European just threw some bombs out there, just some red flags immediately saying, hey, pay attention to this storm, because, guys, I really think this is a storm we really need to pay attention to. GFS is kind of the outliner because it has it going south of the Big Islands in the Caribbean and heading into South Texas. But almost all the other models have 98L turning into a hurricane and definitely maybe tracking close to Florida. Now check this out. This is the MSLPs. This is for next Tuesday, not this Tuesday. It has a full-fledged hurricane right off the coast of Florida. And it looks like with that high pressure to the right, you see the reds right there, the high pressure is flexing enough to keep it close to the southeast coast. But just this model run, and this is just the operational European model, it's not nothing to really hold so true to. It's really the ensembles we look for, which I'm about to show you. But it has the high pressure. It kind of relaxes enough where it can move and go out to sea. It looks like it clips the Outer Banks this run. But I'm telling you, don't hold this to gold, because a lot is going to change. And check it out, the EPS ensembles. This is 98L. Now, European just don't want much to do with the 97L, so I'm not going to talk much about that, because I really think 98L is what we need to worry about. But check it out. It has them clustered up by about next Monday, though. It has that cluster kind of breaking apart, and that's because there's just, obviously, it gets into no man's land here, and it kind of loses a grip on what it thinks it's going to do. But check out how it spreads apart. So the southeast coast needs to be on alert for this. This could turn out to be something major. It could not. But the spread on this is huge. Anywhere from Texas to North Carolina, Virginia could be a hit, with our state, South Carolina, right in the middle of all that. So we need to pay attention. This could turn out to be something that's really talked about here in the next several days. And stay weather ready to because this is going to be an active hurricane season. I made a video, and I wasn't trying to scare anybody. I was just trying to make them aware. But this is really something we need to watch. Y'all have a blessed afternoon, and I really appreciate y'all watching. And don't forget to subscribe.